darkness. Moon. Crazy, crazy dog. So what's up, everybody? I'm ClairV. It spreads these last few videos I've been showing gum. But you notice, y'all, I ain't smoking a cigarette. So that's one of my wounds I'm healing. Speaking of which, good healer. What about Chiron? Greek. The first part, the chi, stands for hands. And the last part stands for surgeon, like a hand surgeon. If you know anything about Chiron, he is a surgeon, a healer. He helped heal Achilles' heel. He helped train Hercules. He helped heal a lot of people. He was the healer with medicine. He was considered the wounded healer because Hercules was messing around with one of his poison arrows. They were hydra venom, and I picked up some stories. Some stories say that Hercules hit Chiron with the poison arrow, and some stories said that Chiron was looking at Hercules' arrow and dropped it on his foot or whatever. So that's how he became this poison. Even though he was immortal, he was forever wounded. This was incurable. This was a forever wound. Now, Chiron is considered a comet, then an asteroid. Now it's considered a planet, a dwarf planet. It's considered a centaur. Now, centaurs, if you know, are half horse, half human. Now, like Chiron, or like I was saying, Chiron is not a centaur. Centaurs are half horse, half human. Chiron is human with horse legs, like a human body with hind horse legs. Now, this happened because of how he was born. Now, he was created, he was born into rape. Like, that's the beginning of Chiron's story. The beginning of his wounds happened before he was even born. Now, his father, Saturn, his mother, Philia. Now, Saturn, there is a prophecy, which Chiron's also known for prophecy. There was a prophecy that, isn't that so cool? Alright, so there was a prophecy that Saturn, the son of Saturn, was going to overthrow him. Saturn was like, oh hell no. Yeah, I'm gonna eat him. I'm gonna swallow up all of my sons. He's actually looking for Jupiter. Found Philia and was like, oh, I'm gonna rape her. I started raping Philia, and I guess some Ray girl, R-H-E-A, Ray, saw him raping her, so he quick to turn himself into a horse, so that way she wouldn't recognize it was Saturn or Cronus. So Saturn turned into a horse real quick. Well, 9 months later, Philia gave birth to Chiron, which he was not a centaur. He was not half horse, half human. He was all human and the hind legs horse. He was immortal, both mortal and immortal. And he actually, not only did he heal, but he actually gave his life for Prometheus. Now, Prometheus was the one who Zeus punished. Prometheus gave the humans fire and other helpful cool things. So Zeus was like, oh, well, you're punished. So Zeus chained Prometheus to the Caucasus Mountains. And there, he sent the eagles or the birds to eat his liver every night. And he was immortal, so his liver grew back every day, and every night he was tortured again and got his liver eaten out by these birds because of Zeus's punishment. So Chiron gave his life to Prometheus, so Prometheus didn't have to live chained to the Caucasus Mountains and getting his liver ate every night. And I guess then Zeus put Chiron in the heavens, so now Chiron's in the sky. I guess that's the story of Chiron. If you look, the symbol of Chiron is in the shape of a key, or because the key to the wisdom is through our wounds. You know, if for an example, when you're little, if you touch a hot stove, you know it's hot. You know, you're traumatized. You're never gonna touch a stove again because of that wound. You know, you're wounded, so you're never gonna touch that stove again. That's almost like Chiron is the key to the wisdom. The key through our pain is wisdom. And the reason why Chiron is so important today is because Chiron is in Aries now. Chiron is conjunct the sun, the solar eclipse, April 8th. And the sun is exalted in Aries, which Aries, you think of Mars energy, this fire, argumentative, this very aggressive, independent, spontaneous energy. Now, Chiron also sits between Saturn and Uranus, which Saturn is all about rules and structure and doing the right thing. And Uranus is all about rebellion. So we are rebelling against moderation and rebelling against doing the right thing. So through Chiron is where we learn, hey, from not doing the right thing, fucked up shit happened. I got hurt. And this wound is the key to my wisdom. It taught me something. So, you know, maybe I could teach somebody else so they don't have to go through the same thing, or maybe somebody else going through the same thing could learn something helpful from what I already been through. Maybe I can help them through that. And there are several situations in my life where I've been through something so horrible, I never thought that any good could come out of it. And if any good could come out of it, if the good could come out of it was to help someone else, that did happen. Like, I went through a lot of grief, a lot of pain from people dying, and my boyfriend said I passed away, and I have helped so many people who have lost their loved ones along the way. So, like, there's I always say, is beauty is pain, but I'm always saying there's beauty in the pain. So yeah, if you look deep, there's beauty, and Chiron is such a beautiful, kind, just helper, very compassionate, he's very wise and just. And if we can learn anything from him these days, now is the time where Chiron is in full force. Chiron's going to be in Aries, conjunct the solar eclipse. And the solar eclipse is tied to the lunar eclipse, which everything's all connected. Also goes with prophecy. I said that Chiron is attached to prophecy, or is related, or is connected with prophecy. There are many prophecies in the Bible about these end days, these end times, where all this, everything's messed up and God's angry. The whole Bible, God's pissed off. And if you look, there's signs all over. And the stars, the moon, the sun is the Trinity that we have to look at real close, because that's what's going to tell us. You see the eclipse totality line in this year, April 8th, 2024, is in a shape of the last Hebrew letter of the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet. The lunar eclipse, or the solar eclipse in 2017, it made like a T, which is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet. So like in Revelation, how Jesus says, he is the first and the last, the Alpha and the Omega. And that's the first, the Alpha, and the Omega is the last. And I said, the 3 days. We're going to feel this energy with 3 days. 3 is a very specific number. And during those 3 days, and the sign of they said the sign of Jonah, the whale. And if you look above, there is the constellation of the whale, Cetus, but it's the constellation of the whale, and we call that Jonah. Now's the time for us to repent, and we need to raise our vibration. Even a thought can dampen and can decrease the vibration. Our brains are like computers. If everyone's thinking these negative thoughts, it's going into the earth. Everything's connected, and then the earth is putting off this negative vibration. We want even our thoughts to be positive and of love. God is love. If we're simple and follow the first 10 commandments, God, only God, not the Son of God, or angels, or anything, and none of the creation, go straight to the Creator. And follow the simple rules. We work 6 days, we rest on the Sabbath. Don't steal, don't cheat. It's simple. What's right in your heart. If it's wrong, if you feel it's wrong, don't even bother doing it. What's the point? What's the sense? Repent. And that's the only way we're going to be able to. It's the only way we're going to be able to get through this. And now's the time, no better time than now. I forgot to mention that on this line of totality of the eclipse, it's passing through exactly 2 cities named Nineveh. Not just one Nineveh, but 2. And there's like 4 to 6 other Ninevehs surrounding the area of totality of the solar eclipse. So not only is this eclipse going to bring powerful energy anyway, with it conjunct Chiron, like Jupiter's in the mix. We have all these planets in April are going to be all next to each other, all in one area, all in Aries, no less. I thank you, and stay tuned for more about the solar eclipse.